Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel. In this video, you will learn the basic calculations in Microsoft Excel. But let me thank first all of you who are watching right now, and if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button below and the notification bell. Whenever I upload new videos, you will be notified.
So now we are in the part 2 of our Microsoft Excel basic tutorial. So as you can see, this is the data that we have created in the first video. If you are new here and you haven't watched the first video, I will put the link below and please watch it as it is the introduction to Microsoft Excel. So before we proceed, let's differentiate what is a formula from a function. I have put some examples here for a formula. Once you click it and you press F2 to show what the formula is, to edit your cell, okay, here. So as you can see, there is like a color represents each cell that I used to add all the data. So a formula, it is an equation that is created by the user. So like for me, I created this formula. It's like a sum formula. So manually, I input all the cells that I wanted to add. And then a function, it is a predefined or built-in calculation which is already available in Microsoft Excel. So this is so easy because it's already there. Then Microsoft Excel will be the one to calculate it for you. So once you press F2 in here, there. As you can see, there's only one blue color and it adds all the data. In my first video, in the comment section, I have mentioned that there's something wrong with the date format, and I will fix it in the next video. So as you notice, the first 3 rows of the dates, actually they are the same, the month, the date, and the year, but it's supposed to be in April, okay? Because I'm used of putting the date first, then the month, so that's why when we formatted it, it shows differently. So let's fix this. So just highlight the 3 rows, and then you go to Data, and then Data Tools, Text to Columns, and then Delimited. Yes, go to Next, then Tab, Next, and then it will show you options, General, Date. So we'll go to the date. As you can see, it's month, date, and year. But since I typed this as date, month, and year, so let's do the opposite. So let's choose date, month, and year, and then click Finish. So there you go. Okay? I have created another data for us to do the calculations. So it's here in Sheet 2. So for example, you owned a store or a grocery and you have the inventory of all the items that you have sold per month or per year. Okay? So the first function that we will learn is the sum function. I know most of you knows this function as this is the most used function in Microsoft Excel. But for all those who are first-timers here, this will be very useful for you. So I left this blank here, the quantity sold, because this is where we will put our sum function. Now, in order to use sum function, so just click the shortcut, Alt equals sign, and then it will highlight all the numbers that you want to add. But, as you can see, it highlights from column B, the cost price and the selling price. We don't want that because we only want to calculate or add the data from January up to December. So let's go here and then you click and then you drag your mouse. So let's start in January up to December and then you click enter. Another way of doing that, so let's go here in the editing. We have here the auto sum. You can click this one. Automatically it is the sum function. So just do it again, and then you click enter. Now we will drag our formula down. So there, it added all your quantities from January to December for each of your items. I wanted to put the current date and the current time in our worksheet. So we will use the today and the now function. The difference between the two is the today function, it will show you only the current date. However, the now function, it will show you both the current date and the current time. So let's proceed to column B, row 1. Let's type in the today function. So equal sign today, open and close parenthesis, then click enter. So that's the date today. That's June 5th, 2020. So in column C, row 1, let's type the now function. Equal sign, now, open and close parenthesis, and then enter. So that's the date and the time. So June 5, 2020 at 6:33 p.m. Okay? So you can change the format of your date and time, whichever you like. If you wanted to see the average quantity you have sold per item in a year, I have added one column here to do our calculation. And below, I added another row here for the total average of all the quantities that you have sold per month. Now, let's start here the average quantity per item. So we can use the average function equals average and then click the average and then you highlight. So from January up to December, that's the quantity I want. So there you go. Then you can adjust the decimal points, right? So we'll just have 2 decimal points. Okay? Then you can drag your formula down. Now let's go here, total average per month. The same. You can type equal average or you can go to AutoSum drop down arrow, click the average. Then it will highlight, so just click enter. Since as you notice, it covers until row 22, which is the total quantity sold, and we don't like that. We need only until row 21. So let's just adjust. Okay, there. Then you put up. Enter. So for month, for all your items, your total average is 25.88. Now, if you wanted to see the highest number of the quantity that you have sold and the lowest number of quantity that you have sold in a month, we can use the min and the max function. So obviously, the min function, it returns the smallest numeric value in the range of values. For the max function, it's the opposite. It returns the highest numeric value. So I have already put it here in row 24 and 25. First, we will have the min function. So equals min, click it, and then we will highlight there. But we need to highlight until row 21. Then click enter. So the number 5, which is your butter, is the lowest quantity you have sold. Okay? And for the max, same, type max. And then you highlight there. So 75. So what is the item for 75? It's the pork. You have sold a lot of pork. And then you just drag. Actually, for the column, you cannot use the double click. You need to drag it manually. Okay? So there you go. That's the min and the max function. Now let's go to the count function. So the count function, it is used to get the count of the values. This is only for cells containing the numbers, so it will return the count of the numeric values. Now in here, let's type in equal sign count. Okay, we will count the values for each month. Obviously, all of them will be the same. So that's 18. When you drag it, everything will be 18. Well, let's have another example. We want to count the values in all our data. So let's type count. Then let's highlight all our data. Okay, enter. So we have 290 values or numeric values in our data. Now you already know what is a count function. We will go to the CountA function. So the difference of CountA function from count function is CountA, it counts the numbers, the text, the dates. Obviously, it counts everything, okay? Except for the blank cells. So, the example we will use, we will count including the months. So, obviously, it will return 19 value. But for you to see only. So, CountA, okay, highlight, there, so that's 19. Oh, there. So that's the CountA. Now, we will do a calculation of how much money you earned for each item in year 2019. So we will use here the product function. So we will multiply the total quantity sold and the selling price. So let's type in equal sign product. Okay. So total quantity sold, and then you put the comma, and then the selling price, and then you enter. So that's the amount you earned, 1,081. Then you just drag it down. There you go. That is the product function. But let's put a dollar sign, so just click here. Now there you go. That's the total money you earn for each item. As you can see, we already have here the total amount that you have earned for year 2019. What if you don't want to see it here, or you don't want to have a total amount you earn for each item? You just want the whole total amount for 2019. So we can use the Sumproduct function. So the Sumproduct function, it multiplies first all the arrays, and then it adds the values. So let's try it. Equal sign, Sumproduct. Okay. So first we will highlight the selling price. Oops. There. Next, we will highlight the total quantity sold. Let's see if it highlights. Okay. There. Then click enter. So it brings you a value of $73,884.65. So let's check if it's correct. There, it's same, $73,884.65. So that's the sum product. As you noticed, in column S, I added remarks. In remarks, I wanted to see good and bad. So for bad, if the amount is 2,000 and below. And for good, if the amount is higher than 2,000. So in here, we will use the if function. If function is one of the logical function. So it returns one value as true and one value as false. So let's try it. Equal sign, if, okay? So the logical test. So if this amount in column R, row 4, is less than or equal to 2,000, comma, then what is, if it's true, what you will put? Bad. Okay? Then quote. Comma again. Then if it's higher than 2,000, we will put good. Okay? Then close parenthesis, enter. As you can see, this is bad because it's $1,081. Then let's see if we will drag it down. There. So that's the if function. It's easy. You can try it. Okay? So you can put whatever words you want, if it's high, low. Okay? So the last two basic functions that I will share with you is the len and concatenate function. So for the concatenate function, it combines or joins together the text into different columns. For example, this one. So equals concatenate. Okay, the first text is Vanessa, and then comma, second text is Ju, then enter. So it combines my name, Vanessa Ju. Next one is the len. So it's used to count the number of characters in a text. So we will count how many characters in my name, including the spaces. So equals len, and then the text, enter. So there are 11 characters in my name, including the space.
So that's it for this video. If you have any questions or any topics in mind that you want to learn about Microsoft Excel, just comment down below. Thank you so much. Until next time, keep safe. Bye!